What's going on, guys? King Raven here, coming at you with another video today. So today we're going to take a look and do a review of a new Kunwu knife. Plus we're going to take a look at all of my Kunwu collection and sort of compare all of them. So you'll get a brief review on all of my Kunwu knives in this one video. But before we get into that video, y'all remember to give me a like, leave a comment. In the description of this video and all my videos, there'll be links. If you would like to help support me here at this channel, that's the best way to do it, is use those links in the description of this video and all my videos. At the end of the video, there'll be a little subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and check out the other video I'll have linked. Follow me on Instagram at Shield Arms. Now let's flip this camera around and get into today's knife review. Okay guys, so today we're going to do a review of the Kunwu Compadre. This is one of Kunwu's newest releases. This is a more compact version of their Padre. And this one happens to be in the reverse tux configuration. They do have multiple different configurations with satin blades, stonewash blades. They have the diamond texture handles, and I believe they even have their orange peel handles. That's one thing that Kunwu does. They usually offer a couple of different blade finishes and a couple of different handle styles as well. So let's take a look at this. Now, I have medium-sized hands, so this Compadre is outstanding size in my opinion. We are looking at a diamond textured titanium handle with titanium backspacer, milled titanium pocket clip, which is reversible. Okay, frame lock. We've got this nice like Damascus style pivot collar, and then this one is in a shiny DLC blade. I love Kunwu shiny DLC. They do it outstanding. Back here, I can get a full four-finger grip, choked up, even more. So even large hands on the Compadre, you're not going to have any problems with this knife. This is a beautifully sized knife. And that shiny DLC is on a Van X steel blade. And Van X is outstanding. So overall for EDC, I think this is one of a perfect size. And this blade is so good. You've got this clip point that goes right down here. Well, it's more like a drop point, but it does clip just a tad. And you can use that tip for your piercing and drag cuts. But you've got all this belly as well. And on the power cuts, you can go all the way, almost the full length of that blade. But if you do like to food prep with your knives, this is going to be outstanding. This is like a small little kitchen knife because you've got that belly that you can use for the cuts all the way through. Action is classic Kunwu. It's smooth. It's phenomenal. I keep mine a little bit tighter and let them wear in smooth instead of adjusting it to be straight fall shut. I like that where they wear in a little bit more smooth. Front flipper is outstanding. So let's do some size comparisons on the Compadre. Well, first one we should compare it against is the Padre. So as you can see, the Padre is definitely a full-size knife. I would say almost to a extra large knife. But the Compadre, it's still, I would consider a full-size knife. It's just more towards the full to upper medium-sized knife range. I think they nailed this size. Matter of fact, they did a full size, a compact. Now I'd love to see a mini Padre. So one step even below her, going into that little bit smaller, really, really mini size knife and everything. Not all the way to like a fifth pocket, but a good mini size knife would be outstanding in this design, in my opinion, as well. So, talking about the Padre now, that's the Compadre. The Padre, of course, is their full-size knife. This one is also in Vanex steel. This happens to be in their satin finish, which is a beautiful finish as well. So whether you like the shiny DLC or you like satin, they even do a very nice stone wash. Now, double XL hands are not going to have a problem with the Padre. This is a large knife. I've got plenty of room back here, choked up. Man, you know, I've got almost a second handle hanging off the back. Same benefits on the blade. You've got that tip that you can use. You've got the belly. So whether you're doing any of that, any cutting, slicing, or those power cuts, it's just a phenomenal shaped blade. So Padre, Compadre, those are these two Kunwu knives. Now let's check out another one. This one right here is the Django. Now the Django is utilizing their X-lock system instead of a frame lock like the Padre and Compadre. They use really good springs on their X-lock system. I've had nothing but good luck with their. Love it. Different style of a milled pocket clip. If you see on the Padre and Compadre, you've got this more Y shape at the top, where this is more of a single post. So both are excellent clips, just a difference. Now, the Django is actually in, if you can see it right here, LMAX steel. And they do a phenomenal LMAX as well. It's a good steel. I love it. It's great for everyday carry and everything. It's one of my favorite steels along with Vanex. Now, I've got still a little bit left over on the Django back here, so large hands are going to be fine. But then you have that choil that you can choke up, and you've got a lot more, so you still have a very roomy. Now this one is definitely a clip point Bowie style blade. So to use that tip, you are going to have to go a lot further up. But you've got this sweet belly right there that you can use all the way. So you can use that belly for your drag cuts and your opening cuts. This one as well is going to be good if you like to use any food prep with your knife. There's a reason why the Bowie knife was a tool for when it was first invented for everybody in the Wild West and different stuff like that, is because it was useful in what they were working with. It was useful for them preparing their meals and everything. So it was an overall versatile blade shape, and I love the Bowie style blade. Action on their X-lock is outstanding, and you can flick from the hole or the fuller. Oh, that was me. See? A little bit more difficult underneath the camera, but it's still easy to do. But the opening hole is money as well. Okay, so we've got the Django. It's not quite as big as the Padre, but it is larger than the Compadre. Alright, next. This is the Kunwu Pulsar. Now they make a Pulsar XL, which is closer to the size of the Padre, but this is the standard Pulsar version. This one happens to be in carbon fiber. And that's one thing, like I was talking about, Kunwu does their handles in a couple of different options. They'll do this diamond, they'll do orange peel, and they do carbon fiber a good bit. This is utilizing the X-Lock system as well. Reversible pocket clip. Now this one is a fold over deep carry pocket clip on the Pulsar. So 3 different styles of pocket clips so far. They did the lanyard on these 2 at the very back and this one on the back up. This one is a little bit more prominent. So if you like a little bit more of a lanyard hole and everything, the Pulsar definitely, but at least they didn't sacrifice the position of the pocket clip for the lanyard hole. It's still all the way up here to give you a good deep carry if you like that. This one is in their shiny DLC as well. Clean off that blade so you can see it nicely. Got something on there. Okay. That is not a mark, that is actually a spot. Sorry about that, but just trying to clean it and let y'all know. Their DLC is tough. You will not, it'll pick up fingerprints, it'll pick up marks and stuff like that, but you won't scratch this, or at least I have not yet. And it gives a beautiful finish. LMAX steel, full 4-fingered grip back here, and if you choke up, plenty right there. Now this one is a more classic drop point, so you can use that tip, you can use the belly, or on power cuts you're going to get almost a full length. You will start sliding off right about here as that belly gets a little bit steeper. Food prep, this one is phenomenal. So great overall EDC knife, the Pulsar. If you like really large knives, go for the Pulsar XL. And then, last but not least, this is the Kunwu Compact Chad. They make a full-size Chad, which I would say is probably right around the length of the Django or a little bit longer, a little bit smaller than the Padre. But it is a full-length knife. The Compact Chad is right around the same size as the Compadre and the regular Pulsar. This one happens to be in more of a worn clip or sheep's foot style blade, where you've got that tip that drops off this, and then you've got almost a perfectly straight, no belly to this one. This is straight. I think it's angled just a tad, but it is straight. You can just see barely a little daylight at the top if I lay it flat. So, because it's not because it has belly, but because it has it at a slight angle. Now, this is the only one that doesn't have a forward choil, but instead they give you this nice flat spot to choke up on that flat spot. So, with medium-sized hands, I get full 4 fingers here, choked up on the flat spot. I've got plenty of room back here, and this is the compact one. If you needed more handle room, go for the full-size Chad. This one is also in their shiny DLC and in PM60, which is a different steel than what the other ones have been in. PM60 is one of those steels you don't see a lot, but it can hold a crazy HRC. This is an edge retention monster. Just like the full-size Chad, they use PM60, and it takes a hard HRC, a high HRC, and holds a edge for a really long time. Now, it is going to be a little bit tougher to sharpen, but if you've got a good sharpening system, diamond stones, you're not going to have any problem. And because it's a straight edge, it's very simple to sharpen. You don't have to worry about any curves or anything like that. You're literally just sharpening a straight edge on each side. So I think PM60 was a great choice for this style of blade shape, because you are going to be using it more like a utility knife. That tip pierce and then you draw back. Full cuts to break down cardboard or anything like that, you're going to be able to cut all day long with the full length of that blade. This one is not the best for food prep because you're going to be hitting your knuckles. You're only going to get about so much onto the board. This is more of a utility style blade, an EDC style blade, to where you're opening stuff, cutting ropes, cutting packages, opening boxes, tape. This handles phenomenally well those tasks. And instead of an opening hole, we've got these really cool angled thumb studs that work super well. You can reverse flick off of them, you can thumb flick them very nicely, and a good tension on that X-lock system. So that is the Compact Chad. Compact Chad in PM60, and a full-size Chad is available. Okay, you've got the Pulsar, and Pulsar XL is available, and this is in LMAX. You've got the Django. Now this is the only size of the Django that they make, and it's in LMAX. The Compadre, the more compact of the Padre, Van X, and then the Padre, which is also in Van X. That is my Kunwu collection and an overview of each of these Kunwu knives. Let's flip this camera around and wrap up today's video of my Kunwu knives and a quick review of the Compadre. So guys, what was your favorite of my Kunwu knives? If you want a large full-size knife, the Padre, they even have an X Padre where they utilize the X lock instead of a frame lock. If you would like a full size in the X lock, that or the Pulsar XL. If you want really large knives, these two are some of the best. If you want a good utility style knife, the Compact Chad or the full size Chad is going to suit you, and with PM60, it's going to last a long time on that edge. Overall, best all-arounder, I would probably say, is the Compadre, just because blade shape and overall size. If you're looking for just the best overall EDC size and EDC style knife, it would probably be the Compadre or the Pulsar, the regular size Pulsar. But any of them, Kunwu just does phenomenal materials, fit and finish, heat treat, just overall construction and design. Kunwu is one of my favorite brands. That's why I have 5 different models of them, and I'm always looking to see what they come out with next. Y'all let me know which one is your favorite. Check out the description of this video and use those links. It does help my channel and I greatly appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button, smash that notification bell, and check out this video. I think you might like it. Follow me on Instagram at Shield Arms. Y'all be safe out there. I'm King Raven, and I'll catch you in the next video.